you doing today, Mashaz?
I'm doing good.
Oh, it's amazing to have you here.
Yeah, same here.
Yes, yes, yes. So we do have a couple of questions about you, your trading journey, and how you got started trading mostly on prop firms, being AquaFunded, right? So if you don't mind, can we just start by asking, could you give us a quick introduction about yourself?
My name is Yazid Maishanu, popularly known as Maishan's FX. I
Yeah,
was born and raised in Jos Plateau State, where I
yeah,
obtained my secondary school certificate here in Jos Plateau. I
yeah.
have my BSc in Plant Science from Bayero University, Kano. I graduated in 2019, yeah, 2019.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that's nice. That's nice.
And
Okay, so how long have you been trading?
I first came across trading in 2018, but I got interest in 2021. So I started trading in 2021 and I got my first funded in 2023. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. In 2 years time, that was great. Okay, so when did you get into prop firm trading? At what point in time did you get into prop firm trading?
Um I got into prop firm trading since 2022. Yeah, since 2022 I've been trading with prop firms, but I was unable to pass prop firms due to so many trading like analysis paralysis on my head, because
Ah,
during my learning journey I've learned a lot of things. So before I could remove the what do you call it, before I could remove the what can I say this?
oh, over analysis, due to some over complications of your strategy.
Yeah, exactly. I used to have all this analysis paralysis on my head, so I couldn't filter what works for me
Yeah,
earlier until early
yeah.
2023. Yeah.
For traders to be profitable, learning technical analysis is one thing. Coming to the point of filtering, that is like knowing what works for you and just being consistent in what works for you is really the key. Yeah. Wow, that's amazing. Okay, so you got to know about 2023, and then so how did you know about AquaFunded?
I knew about AquaFunded since 2023. No, sorry,
Oh,
2024. I knew about AquaFunded in 2024 through Blue Guardian program. I knew about
yeah.
AquaFunded because during that time
Oh, amazing.
I used to think the CEO of Blue Guardian is also the CEO of AquaFunded, because everything about Blue Guardian and AquaFunded is very, very similar. So, but yeah.
Yeah.
So I started
Okay,
trading with
so
AquaFunded since in 2024. Since 2024, and I got my
yeah.
first
So
funded.
how's been your experience with AquaFunded since you've been trading with them?
AquaFunded is a very, very great firm, and
Yeah.
I recommend AquaFunded to a lot of traders, because right now I have a student that I teach forest, so I recommend AquaFunded to them, because you will recommend something that is very, very good to someone. Yeah, and AquaFunded
Yeah.
is one of the best, if not the best, pro firm in the industry.
That makes sense. Yeah. So how long did it take you to like for your first payout? How long did it take you?
My first payout with AquaFunded, or my first payout with pro firm in general?
Yeah, your first payout with AquaFunded. How long did it take you? Like, let's say when you bought the account, how long did it take you to pass it and get your first
I
payout?
think I used to journal all these things. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, but my first payout didn't reach up to 24 hours of working days. And I passed my challenge, because whenever I purchase a challenge, I used to give it a deadline. So I think
Yeah.
the maximum days I took to pass both phase one, phase two, it was just 3 weeks. Yeah, because
Three weeks.
I used to give deadline to
Okay.
myself a month to pass both evaluations. If not, I could remember in 2022 when I was trading with funding pips, I spent almost 6 months without passing phase one. So that thing really,
Hmm.
really affected me. So since that time,
Yeah.
I now put something to myself. I now tell something to myself that whenever I purchase a prop farm, I need to pass it within 1 month. If you could remember, before 2023, all prop farms normally have maximum trading days, which is
Yeah, that's true.
30 days. So
30 days.
that
Yeah.
thing is very, very cool. At least you can focus for that whole 30 days and pass a challenge. Yeah.
Oh, that's very interesting. So you actually made your first payout within 24 hours of working days. So what was it? You said you normally give yourself goals to
Yeah.
make your payments and pass your profits account test. So what was your largest payout?
I think my largest payout with AquaFunded, I always target anything 2 to 4%. 2 to 4%. So that's very,
Yeah.
very realistic because if I want a larger payout, then I will get myself a larger trading account and target that consistent 2 to 4%. So whenever I am up to 2%, and let's say
Mm.
tomorrow is my payout and my account is 2%, I can be patient and request for that 2%. But if I have enough trading days ahead, I can maybe add up to 5%. But the minimum I request is 2%, while the maximum I request is 4%. I don't normally exceed 4%. What on whatever account size, yeah.
Yeah. But please, is there a reason to why you use that system? That's 2% or 4%
Yeah,
target.
there are much reasons because you need to be consistent. If you are
Yeah.
targeting 2 to 4%, let's assume you have a $10,000 account. 2 to 4% is
Yeah.
what? Is $200 to $400,
200,
right?
$400.
If you
Yeah.
want a bigger money, then why not you should purchase a bigger account? If you purchase a
That's
bigger
true.
account, if you obtain $100,000 account, 2% is 2,000, while 4% is
2000,
4,000.
4000.
If you make withdrawal, you can purchase a bigger account, 400,
It's 100K account or
200 at
400K.
least.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you are making, just the goal is to be consistent, not to be
Mm.
competitive. Just be consistent. Because a lot of times I
Oh,
used to see my friends making 10%. No, me, I can't do that. I'm a Nigerian. That 2% is a very big amount of money if you convert it to naira. Yeah.
yeah,
So
that makes.
at least if you
So,
if you could check the situation of Nigeria, the highest earning work, civil servant work, or let me say the government work, I think is about 700,000 to 1.5. So that 2 to 4% can make a very, very huge impact.
yeah. Okay, so if you had the opportunity to get a higher account, would you want to increase your percentage?
No, that 2 to 4% is very, very consistent and
Oh,
realistic. Realistic target
yeah.
is very, very realistic. Yeah.
So regardless of the account,
Regardless,
you stick to like the 2 to
just
4%.
2 to 4% per withdrawal window, you will be fine.
Mm, that's amazing. So I have a quick question. What's your? I think you just answered that question because it was meant to be. What's your secret to your consistency? And you just mentioned 2 to 4%.
Yeah,
And
and there is also one secret thing to consistency,
yeah,
which is patient. Yeah, patient is the number one secret.
yeah.
Without patience, you can never be consistent.
Mm. Okay, so that's okay. When you are trading, maybe you need like money for some stuff. Sorry, I'm going to be very vulgar in this question. So you need money for some stuffs, and then do you attach it to your trading analysis? Like, do you think about what you need money for while you are trading? How do you go about those type of things? Like normal problems.
There is what we call realize P&L, right? So all the money, before you get any money, that money is audio money. So the money that is inside your account, that is the money you are going to budget on. So before that, you have to be patient and stop rushing the money, because if you rush the money, you'll end up blowing your account, you'll end up over trading, you'll end up so many bad things on trading. So, but if you stay patient, calm, and composed, the setup will arrive to you. Like me now, the highest setup I take in a week is two setups in a week, and I'm done. And one thing, one my first trade is win, and I've seen maybe I make 1.5 to 2% a week. I'm done. I don't trade anymore. I'm done. Yeah. If you can make 2% a week, just imagine that's almost 8%. 8% a month, 4% bi-weekly, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's correct. Okay. So is there any holy grail strategy? Like in all your experience as a trader, is there a holy grail strategy in passing off profit?
There is never a holy grail strategy, because even the best strategy fails at time. So there is no any holy grail strategy. The only holy grail strategy you need that happens all the time is patience. So patience is the only holy grail strategy you need. Yeah.
So what strategy do you currently use in trading on your Profirm account? What's the name of the strategy?
I've been trading with ICT, but there are a lot of traders on the timeline on X that they used to say ICT doesn't work. So yeah. There was a point in time that when I reached, I used to think that yeah, ICT doesn't work. But I later realized ICT itself is a concept. Inside ICT, inner cycle trader, there are over 500 trading concepts that you need to master just one. Once you master one, you will be very, very unstoppable. So what I did, I became consistent, profitable trader in 2024, where in one moment, I have almost 7 funded accounts with different platforms. So I think the key to that success was finding what works for me and filter all the noise and distraction from the timeline. Because even me, I could remember one time I am trading ICT. Even the inventor of ICT, Michael J. Huddleston, there was a time after NFP, I think we trade the same trade. I followed the simplest way, but when I went back to his YouTube, I saw so many things very, very complicated. I said to myself, why will I continue watching ICT videos when I have my own strategy derived from ICT? So there is no point of learning other concept when you have your own concept. Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to figure out what works for you.
Exactly.
Okay, so you've traded with Profirm. So which do you prefer, and which one makes more money for traders? Profirm and or brokers. Which do you prefer?
I think if I could advise, if you are a new trader, you are starting, you should first go with what? Broker. There is a reason why I say you should first go with a broker. Because if you go with a broker, by trading with broker, it's your personal money, right? Trading with a broker is your personal money. So that thing will help you to overcome all this fear of missing out over trading, because you are trading with your own money. So if you are able to turn $50 into $100, then nothing will stop you from doing good in Profirm. I used to advise people, if you are new to trading, after practicing all this demo, you can at least go ahead, deposit $50. If you can be able to take it to $100, then use that $100 and purchase a Profirm. So the main aim of me trading with Profirms is to gather what? Is to have more access to capital, and yeah, and to also build my own personal account, because prop firms can give you some rules. Some prop firms come with hidden rules, but at least I've never experienced this hidden rule trading with AquaFunded. They have been very, very good. Everything about them is transparent. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, I love trading with Aqua. Yeah.
Amazing. So, what has been the biggest purchase you've made with Prop mostly apart from the payout? What's the, if you were to say this is your big boy purchase you have done with Prop which one would that be?
Um, we live in a community where if you tell your big payout, normally I don't used to post payout unless
Yeah.
I want that prop firm to like to approve my payout very, very fast, because I think
Yeah.
I was making payout 2023, 2024, but I have never made a single tweet that I have requested a payout, because once you request a payout, we live in a country where a lot of people need money. So whenever you post the amount of money, is like you are exposing yourself. So before you know, we live in a country where you don't have to tell people what you make. Yeah, they just have to see the result. Yeah.
Okay. So, what is one important thing you knew about AquaFunded before you started trading with them?
Um, Aqua funded a lot of prop farms after 2024. After that, if you could remember one incident on X that happened with Norman Iqbal, where he used bot to pass so many accounts, and that was the reason why a lot of prop firms changed their rules and bring in consistency rules and so many things. So while Aqua Funded didn't bring that consistency, most especially on their three-phase account, you can trade like the way we used to trade prop firms before. No consistency,
Yeah.
no minimum trading days, nothing. So that thing is one good reason to trade with Aqua Funded. Yeah.
Amazing. That's amazing. So at this point, we want to ask you our last question, right? So would you recommend AquaFunded to your best friend to
Yeah.
trade with?
Every day, all the time, I will recommend AquaFunded.
That's amazing. Thank you very much, Maziz. We're very grateful to have you on our virtual interview. And hopefully you send us some of your payouts. We'll just cover the amount so people don't get to see our amount.
Yeah. But the highest payout I made with AquaFunded is 4%. 4%. Yeah, 4%. I don't exceed 4%.
So guys, 100, maybe it might be 100k
You know,
account to make 4%. Or
just do some
50k account
calculation.
or
If you
100k.
can be able to make 4% consistently every month, in 12 months, how much will you make? And let's assume you have 2 bad months in that 12 months. So at least you can make what? 40%. So assuming you have $100,000 account, you trade it from January to December, consistently making that 4%. That's how much? 40,000. As in Nigeria, making 40,000 a year is not a small thing. It's something to cheer up.
That's close to 55 or 60
So
million.
my only advice to people chasing big payout, if you want big payout, you should get a bigger account and trade with peace of mind. Yeah, because there is no point of over leveraging, and at the end of the day, you will be in a very deep drawdown.
That's great. Thank you very much for coming to our show. Before we leave, guys, we're Kara and Debbie, and we have been trading also on AquaFunded, and the experience has been great. So I thought of what about I go check for other traders who have also been trading on AquaFunded to come share their story and what the experience has been, and if most importantly, they'll recommend it to a friend. So as you can hear, Mazid will also recommend it to a friend. So right here, if you want to learn, right, if you want to learn how to trade and you love how Mazid goes about targeting 2% to 4%, I'll put his X handle, right? And I'll put his X handle right here. So you can just go reach out to him and get started to learn how to trade the way he does with peace of mind. I love trading with peace of mind. So if once I hear a trader trades that way, I would gladly recommend that they go learn from them as well. So with that said, if you want to get started with AquaFunded, you'll see the link in our bio and also in our descriptions, right? Right here is Trader Dera. It's a referral code which will give you a discount when you want to purchase an account from AquaFunded. So guys, catch you in our next video where we interview another trader from AquaFunded to know their experience. And hopefully somebody would actually, show us some ego, show us their mullah. But nice to have you here, Mazis. Thank you very much. He's a very modest guy, a humble person. Humble people don't like trading their money, but they get money, okay? Take care.